What's going on, Jaja Gang? You are now tuned in to Jaja Jocelyn. And if you're already a part of my subscribers, then you're already considered Jaja Gang. But if you're not, then hopefully you'll stick around and see something you like. Today we are talking about credit, okay? So it's not going to be just in-depth talk about credit, but I am here to basically review the CHIME credit card. Previously, I've seen my credit go from bad to worse to better to good to great, okay? So I have experienced it all when it came down to my credit. With me having the experience with my own credit, I can really tell you guys like what was popping and what's not. But this CHIME credit card, this CHIME one, this right here is foolproof, okay? Unlike any other credit cards, you're responsible for the payment. You're responsible for paying your bill, not only all the time, but you need to pay it on time. The main thing is paying your bill on time, okay? Another factor is not paying the minimum, okay? You typically want to pay above the minimum, eat away at your balance, combat any type of interest that you may accrue, okay? Another big thing that you need to know about credit cards is that you should not use the whole credit limit. So let's say, for instance, if I get $1,000, okay, I do not want to use that whole $1,000. Why? Is because to creditors, you don't want to seem like you're the type of person that needs credit, that needs a credit card, okay? If I could just break it down, you don't want to seem like the type of person that needed that whole and needed to exhaust that whole amount that they gave you. And it looks good when you only use about 30%. When you only use 30% of that whole balance. Even though they give you the balance, they want to basically see you use it responsibly. Those are 3 key things that you need to look at when getting a card and using a card when you're talking about credit. I'm also talking about those fashion cards, those cards that you get from TJ Maxx, the Dillard's cards and all of that. Yeah, those cards are tracking what you're using and what you're spending, okay? And it's still wise to not spend the whole entire balance of the card on clothes, even though they gave it to you. So if you get a Dillard's card, don't be trying to buy a Birkin or a Brahmin bag, okay? Don't do it. Just stick to what I just said. Don't use the whole amount on the card. Don't go crazy. Use the 30%, pay it off timely. But anyway, we're gonna get into the star of the show, which is this CHIME credit card. Now, I gave you the rundown on regular cards. The CHIME credit card, it's a completely different story. So the way a regular CHIME account works is that you can put money into it. You can have your money direct deposited, or you can transfer it from your bank into your CHIME. CHIME recently added a feature of credit, okay? Your money can be transferred from your regular CHIME account to your credit CHIME account at any given time, okay? Now, what you can use your CHIME credit account for is paying bills. Now, the good thing about the CHIME account card is that you basically don't have a payment. The only thing you have to do is use the card, and it is reporting. As long as you keep that account in good standing, as far as having some money in there, it's reporting good and better on your credit, okay? So another thing that it counteracts against is that balance that I was telling you about. So with the CHIME credit card, you don't have a balance. The only balance that you have is the money that's in your account. So it's impossible for you to overspend. It's working in your favor. Basically, it's building credit without the thought to it. My credit score has improved 30 points since getting the card. The card, I haven't had anything else on my credit. I haven't had anything else, I haven't had any activity. I just was able to get my CHIME account, my CHIME credit account, use it to pay a few bills. So I paid a cable bill, I paid a light bill. That's all I did. and it jumped 30 points. And I monitor my credit closely. It jumped 30 points. 30 points. And the time frame that it did it in was in a month. Surprising. It was surprising to me. So the Chime credit card is foolproof. You guys definitely need to get into it and really look into it, because it's worked for me. It's worked for me. And I'm not being paid to say this or anything. Is not sponsored in no type of way. When I do review things, I review things that work, okay? And that I've tried personally. So if I haven't tried it, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to be vouching for it or anything in any way, shape, form, or fashion. When I transferred money to my Chime credit account on my phone from my app, I was able to order a card. And the card came in this envelope, green, you can't miss it. And this is the actual card. The card is green, okay? The card is green, okay? So here's the card here. Green color. The regular Chime cards come white. So it's here. It gives you the what you need to do in order to activate the card, and basically go for it. You can use it to pay bills in person if you need to. The way that you get the Chime credit card is by first having a regular Chime account, and then you keep it in good standing. And if you have a direct deposit, let's say from your employer, you can get your money. You can show a trend of reporting of constant money being put into your account. If you show that trend, the more and more you get perks, the more and more you get offers, and ultimately, eventually, you'll get the offer extended to you to open a credit account, okay? And once you get that offer presented to you on the app, it'll come in the form of a notification, and you'll be able to get the Chime credit card, okay? Once you get the Chime credit card, I suggest that you read all of the material that comes with it. It can be canceled at any time. It says a credit card you can control. No fees or interest. No credit check to apply. And helps build credit. Okay? Said spend only what you add. Okay? Move money to Credit Builder anytime and charge up to that amount. Then it says build your credit history. It says each month we'll tell the major credit bureaus how well you're doing. Okay? So it's reporting. It's reporting monthly. This is a good opportunity for anybody that's trying to, make some things happen. Our credit is basically a representation of us. Okay? This is how people look at us, how banks look at us, how financial institutions look at us without us saying a word. So this is how they judge us, okay? And judge whether or not they want to lend us that amount or lend us that loan or give us any money, okay? Make sure that you treat your credit with care. Do not frivolously spend, and do not overdo it. Don't overdo it, okay? Because the older you get, the more you're gonna realize that it meant something. That it means something, and that it's serious business. I was the type of person I paid cash for everything. I was really living my life like a real life, like I'm Big Meat, Larry Hoover. I was really living my life like that, like paying things in cash, like all cash. Everything was cash. And it wasn't until I tried to do something and I wanted to do something that my cash just couldn't do. My cash wasn't long enough to do. And that's when I realized, man, credit is important. Credit is important. And with it being important, why not build it with using Chime, okay? Use this card. Tell me how it works for you. And since me getting the Chime card and only using the Chime card, my score has boosted up 100 points. It's boosted up, I want to say 112 points. 112 points since I've had it. And that's with no other activities. That's with no inquiries on my credit. That's with nothing else going on. Just solely the Chime credit card. Try Chime. Let me know how it turns out for you. Jaja gang, we out.